Hello and welcome world to, let me adjust my camera, silly thing. Welcome to Reading with Kermie, Cursor aka Kermie. How is everybody doing today? Just bear with me one sec. I'm doing this on the whim because I'm just sitting out in my balcony having some coffee and all that good. Oh, there you go. I don't have to touch it now. It's levitating by itself. Anyway, welcome to Reading with Kermie, Cursor aka Kermie. How's everybody doing this Monday afternoon? Just recently had my lunch here on the balcony. Nice yummy salad, so feeling a lot better. Our smoke's sticking out a little bit, but that's okay. I can get through this and this will pass. So today we are reading out of Don't Stress the Small Stuff, It's Just Small Stuff with the Family. And we are on chapter 71. And this chapter is interesting and intriguing. Keep your thought attacks in check. Alright, you guys ready? You guys got your listening ears on for some good storytelling? Maybe some learning here and there. It happens. Let's get started, shall we? In every book I write, and every lecture I give, I try to include a little something on the subject of thought attacks. Since home is such a potential source of stress for most people, this book will be an exception. We're thinking creatures, and because we're constantly thinking, it's easy to forget or at least lose sight of the fact that we are doing so. Instead, when we become lost in thought, our thinking is automatic. In other words, we are thinking about things, how much we have to do, how stressful our lives have become, how often we get stuck in the lion's share of the work, and so on, without conscious awareness that we are actively thinking. I have recognized a lot of these patterns, and yes, it's just something we were born with, something we were trained to do, something our brains do. But anyway, I'm going to continue and see if we can find some solutions. The problem is our thinking comes back to us in the form of feelings. What I mean by this is that we're having angry thoughts, we feel angry. If we're having resentful thoughts, we feel resentful. If we're having hurried thoughts, we feel as though if we don't have enough time. True, 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 and true. And if we're having stressful thoughts, we will be stressed. Don't believe me. Just try to get angry right now without thinking about something that makes you angry. Think of bunnies hopping in a beautiful sunny field with green grass and flowers everywhere. Arr! Nope, doesn't work, see? I had to test that out for myself. You can't do it. Well, we just established that. Okay. In fact, your feelings follow your thoughts just as surely as a lamb follows its mother. Typically, a thought attack plays itself out something like this. You have a thought such as, this darn place is never cleaned up. And in itself, this wouldn't be so harmful. However, we rarely have the wisdom to nip it in the butt. Instead, this single thought usually leads to another thought, like, I'm the only one around here who does anything, and perhaps I hate this place. Pretty soon we're bothered and annoyed, but don't realize the extent to which our overthinking has contributed to our mental anguish. Yeah, it's snowball. Just builds up, right? Anyway, carrying on. When this type of mental conversation takes place, only two things can happen. More often than not, the thinker, me, you, will continue to think this way until you begin to experience the stressful effects of those thoughts. Your train of thought may continue until you are distracted by a doorbell or a ringing phone. Yeah. Another option, however, is to catch yourself in the act of your thought attack. Notice what's happening within your thinking. Say to yourself, whoops, there I go again. or something else that reminds you that your thinking is about to drive you crazy and exaggerate any stress you are already feeling. When you become an observer of your own thinking in this matter, it allows you to nip your stress and frustration in the bud by getting you out of your head and back into the present moment. It helps you gain your perspective, but by not allowing your thoughts to make your life seem as even more difficult than it really is. Obviously, the earlier you stop your thought attack, the easier it is to regroup and get back on track. I can't tell you how useful this simple little technique has been in my own life and the lives of thousands of others who have given it a try. You'll have fun with this one, but I must warn you, while the concept is simple, it's always easy to implement once you start paying attention. You'll probably discover that you have a lot more thought attacks than you can possibly imagine. But the payoff is worth it. With a little practice, you'll be far more easygoing around the home. Ha! What a cool chapter, and I laugh like that because it was thought, a lot of us can probably relate to the same very thing. Those thought attacks about cleaning the house and letting that disrupt you. That has been one of my issues for years and years. Because I don't like a messy area, and so I pick up a lot. Make sure it's at least tidy enough to be tidy, and I can get upset. I've gone through these patterns, for example, love my sister, nothing against her, I'm just using this as an example. I live with my sister and we share an apartment together. And it seems like 60 to 70% of the apartment is still filled with her stuff that she's collected over the years, and she doesn't get rid of, she just collects. And you know how that can go. I'm sure a lot of you can relate. But yeah, see this? Try to give her a hand, help her out, give her a fresh start of things to do. Can I help you with this, for example, or whatever? And we began the process, and a few days later, she gets back to work on Monday. It goes on the wayside, and it accumulates again. And I just got to accept the fact that, well, that's okay. It's not my mess, it's her stuff, but you know what? I got us in this apartment. I paid almost, the list can go on of complaints and stuff, but I'm just saying, those snowball effects can really get you, because I got to the point where she never cleans up, then I call her lazy, and then I resent myself for it, and feel bad for saying that or thinking that, and then I just had to stop myself and say, hey, wait a minute. Yeah, 60-70% of her stuff is this apartment, and it's messy, and it's her lifestyle, and it's just something, acceptance that I have to deal with, and offer the help when she's ready to start getting rid of some of this stuff. Just takes patience. But anyway, I can go on and make that snowball appear faster and bigger and more stressful, Where, same issue, about a year and a half ago, it's one of the reasons why I broke it off with my girlfriend, because I was the one, we were living with her family, I was going to clean the house, etc., etc. But anyway, yesterday, I went through a situation where it just boiled me up. And I'm not going to get any detail, but I'm just saying, I witnessed something that just fired me up, and then I went to bed with it, and then I woke up with it, and I was yelling at my phone this morning, yelling at things this morning about nothing. Because I kept having those negative thought patterns, and then solution, and I find it a solution for a lot of stress in my life today is I do yoga and qigong almost every morning, and I'd gotten in that routine, and as soon as I was done with all that, I felt a lot better. Then I went for a walk, and then I came back and had a lunch, and here I am doing reading Kermie, and today's been a pretty decent day so far. Once I brushed off some of that toxic energy I didn't want, and let the sun hit me a little bit, get that vitamin D. Had a good lunch, and now I'm going to continue the rest of my day. Yeah, I still have those residue thoughts about the situation last night, but something I don't approve of much of, and I didn't like it being right there 2 feet away. But anyway, if you want to talk about it, you can comment me or whatever, and I can share with you. I don't mind. So, I hope you got something out of that little spiel. It felt good me releasing that just now and sharing with you guys. So, when that snowball, watch those side attacks. It's important today, especially in today's society, to catch ourselves, nip it in the butt like that story says, and change it up. Yes, we get stressful. That's everyday life. Yes, we get angry. Yes, we can get resentful, but we don't have to stay there. That's the point. We don't have to stay there. We can move forward and just keep moving, Life's going to happen. How are you going to react to it? It's a question, and I've been really working on myself a lot of that lately, and it's been really good. Anyway, I'm going to get going with the rest of my day, and wish you all well out there, and I hope you guys have a great day. And I love you guys, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Alright, peace.